So you've been watching this girl for days, weeks, probably even months, and if you're weirdo, then for years, and you just like the way she talks, the way she dresses, the way she walks, the way she moves, and you've been thinking and fantasizing and imagining about making this girl the queen of your throne, thinking about the perfect line and manner and charisma that you're going to use to talk to her to make her to agree to you, and you're just stuck in your head thinking about how to make this work right and perfectly and to execute this without any problems at all. Don't worry, we got you. We are going to explore different ways that you're going to shoot your shots at the girl of your dreams. Let's jump right in. So the first step is to decide when to approach her. So the exact time that you decide to approach her really matters, because people are temperamental, so you have to be very careful when deciding when to talk to a girl. Let's say she's the type that works, so early in the morning she would be probably busy and getting on with her work or stuff like that, and probably she would have more time later in the day. Hitting someone up maybe by 6 a.m. and telling the person that you love the person or you're interested in the person is a little bit awkward. I'm not giving you the perfect time to talk to her. You should actually find out when that time is. I'm just giving you an example. Or she might actually look like she's having a bad time. Maybe someone is frowning. You don't want to go talk to the person in that particular time. Or maybe she's walking hurriedly, or she's walking with somebody. So in essence, I'm not telling you to follow her around to actually find out how her day is going and find out the perfect time to actually talk to her. All I'm just saying is just, take a little things into consideration. For example, if she's working, the afternoon is not really the best time to text her, because probably she might just see your text and pick it up and look at it, and then maybe keep it thinking that she will reply to it later when she's done with work or when she's done with other things, and then might probably lead into her forgetting and then lead you into depression. So if you get the timing right, there is actually a higher probability or chance of you getting a positive reply from her. And also try to approach her when she's alone, because that actually reduces the chance for friction. Maybe just a bad word or a bad sentence from somebody can spoil your whole chance of getting any reply at all, or if any, a positive one. And also, if you were to approach her at a bad time and begin talking to her, and then amidst the conversation you find out that it's not a good time, you can obviously just tell her that, hey, maybe I'll talk to you later, I have some things to do, or maybe this is not a really good time, I guess I'll talk to you later, and then you just leave and make out a better timing for the conversation to happen. And what you're trying to do here is obviously minimize the probability of you getting rejected. So the second point here is for you to compliment her. Every woman likes a genuine and sincere compliment, not a cliche one. And I mean cliche by compliments that she's probably heard over 1,000,000 times. So if you see this girl and she has a very good build and a very nice shape, you don't really want to compliment her on the obvious by saying, hey, you have a great body or something like that, because she's probably heard it 1,000,000 times and it's not really exciting to her anymore. Chipping a genuine and sincere compliment. For example, if she smiles, you could just tell her that, I love your smile, I could actually watch you smile all day. Or maybe you could just chip in a, you know what makes me like you more every day? Your eyes, they are so beautiful. Something like that. A genuine, sincere and specific compliment would get to her heart rather than just a you're beautiful. So the third point here is asking open-ended questions. You actually want to have her attention before you shoot your shot. You can't just come into someone's DM or walk up to somebody and tell the person that I like you, will you date me, or I like you, I want to be your boyfriend, something like that. You actually want to grab her attention by asking open-ended questions. Probably if you're already in a conversation with the person, you can ask things like, oh, that's a really cool jacket, it looks really nice on you, where did you get it? Or for instance, she posts something on her social media like a puppy. You can ask her like, that is a very beautiful looking puppy, who owns it, what's his name? Anything that is an open-ended question that she has to reply with a sentence and not just one word is very much better. Asking open-ended questions is actually very good to get her attention, because you're actually getting her to talk and getting her to be in a conversation with you before you actually tell her about how you're feeling. And the first step is to avoid immediate confession of affection. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it's actually a turn off. You actually don't know this person in question, and the person doesn't know you. Just coming out of the blue and start confessing how you're feeling about the person and how much you've had sleepless nights about the person comes out as awkward. Very awkward. So you actually have to take some time, get to know the person, and actually get to know if this person is the right person for you, or if this person likes what you like, and things like that, if you guys are compatible, before you actually open up and tell the person how you feel about her, rather than just jumping in and saying the obvious and blabbing it out, and then maybe in the end you get rejected and you just call off somewhere and start crying. So I suggest you actually make out some time to know the person, and the person will get to know you too before you actually state out what your plan is. In the end point, if you end up doing all these things correctly and confess your feelings to the person, and the person says no, just take it as it is, take the no and move on. And besides, you shouldn't really be chasing women. I made a whole video about this, and it should be linked somewhere around here, so make sure to watch the video. And thank you for watching this current one, and have a nice day.